Hello. It is sort of the middle of the week. I know I try to do these on a Wednesday, but Wednesdays have just been a bit for me the last couple of weeks. So here we are. It's still the middle of the week. It's Thursday, and it is the midweek Mine My Mind session. And what we're looking at this week is, what the hell is vocal confidence? Does vocal confidence mean public speaking, or does it just mean public speaking? The answer is very simply no. Of course, for public speaking, having vocal confidence helps. So there was a speech in a Tom Stoppard play called The Real Thing that I did when I was 16, no, 15. I think I was playing a 17-year-old. I was 15. And anyway, the speech goes something along the lines of, everything at school is about sex, except biology, which is obviously sex, but obviously not really sex, not the stuff that's something and something and something. I'm amazed I can remember that many lines, bearing in mind we're talking over 30 years ago. And that's kind of the thing with vocal confidence and public speaking. Like, vocal confidence is obviously public speaking, but public speaking is not obviously vocal confidence. It's not really. You can be a good public speaker and still be unsure. And so do you need to be vocally confident to be a good public speaker? Yes. But does all vocal confidence mean public speaking? No. And that is really, really, really key to what I do. I was at a networking meeting yesterday, and the person who invited me had seen my voice vibration sound healing stuff and had invited me, expecting me to in the well-being, health and well-being category. But what I spoke about when I was there, because I didn't know, because she hadn't told me specifically that she'd wanted me to talk about the sounding, or expected me to, was I spoke about the vocal confidence. And when she said, "Oh, I thought you were about health and well-being," I'm like, well, actually, vocal confidence is about that. Vocal confidence is about a holistic well-being approach to your life. If you are in situations where you are feeling not confident, that you're feeling unable to speak up for yourself, that you are nervous, that there is tension, that there is stress around, when you work on your vocal confidence, it reduces all those areas. So what is vocal confidence and where is it useful? In all speaking situations that you find challenging, whatever that means to you. This could be anything from raising your hand in a team meeting to doing lives like this or videos. I've got all my online courses that I had to record. And one of the things that, because I haven't done many online courses, one of the bits of feedback that came back from the people who were testing them for me was, oh my God, it's like most online courses are just slides with people talking over them. You're there looking at me and I feel like I'm in the room with you. I didn't know that was a thing. So whether that is for you, whether it is you want to do more public speaking, whether you're wanting to do more presentations, whether you are networking like I was yesterday, whether you are on a first date. I had one client who wanted to be able to order her meal in a restaurant without the waiters saying, "Sorry, pardon," and her having to say 4 times what she wanted to eat. Having vocal confidence impacts any situation that you are speaking in that you find challenging. Vocal confidence is knowing when to speak and what to say. And by when to speak, I don't just mean speaking. I've had a situation recently that I got very disappointed by someone who I'd set something up for specifically. And then I said, then there was a deadline, and then they turned around and said, "Oh no, actually, I'm not interested." And I'd spent a lot of energy in creating this thing specifically for them. And when they sent me the email, because I do the work that I do, I was able to not respond in that moment because I was angry. I was pissed off, right? So my vocal confidence was in knowing to not speak at that moment. So vocal confidence is knowing when to speak and what to say. So I didn't respond to that person until the next day, when I'd had time to step back and look at it from a different perspective and say, actually, now is the right time for me to speak in the email, and I know what I'm going to say because I don't know that person's situation. And lovely, thank you for the support, John. So I've got John here saying that he 100% agrees with what this topic is covering. So vocal confidence is also and which I touched on just earlier, your mental and emotional health. And this is especially, or even and especially, for those people who show up as confident, because that's me. Right? I have always shown up as super confident in life. Or I've just been bold enough to let other things matter more than my nerves. So even if I haven't been confident, I'm normally, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. Right? I'd rather do something than worry about it and not do it. So that's been my nature since I can remember. But the mental and emotional health side of vocal confidence is having the ability to fully express yourself. When you are more vocally confident, you are able to express the thoughts, the feelings, the ideas, the opinions. You are able to express how you feel in a way that is, like my example before, not connected to the emotions, but to be able to share them in a way that helps get things done. I didn't speak up for way too long when I really needed help. And that was hugely negatively impacted my mental health. Right? Those of you who know my story know that in 2016, I had what I now fondly refer to as my blip, which was waking up not wanting to be here anymore every morning. I was making lists of people who I'd have to say goodbye to, or who making sure that everyone would be okay if I decided to take myself out of this life. Right? I'm a strong, confident person, but I didn't have the confidence to say, I'm not coping. I didn't have the confidence to ask for help because I thought that would make me appear weak. So your vocal confidence can directly and completely impact your mental and emotional well-being, even if you think, I'm a strong person, I'm a confident person, it doesn't matter. And having vocal confidence then gives you life confidence. Because when you embody your vocal confidence, when you feel more able to express yourself, when you have the tools and the skills to be able to speak up in those meetings, to do those presentations, to say, I am not coping, or I need help, I would like support. When you're able to ask for that pay rise, whatever it is that you are not speaking up at the moment, when you have the confidence to express yourself, and the way that I work is it's about reconnecting to the whole of who you are. That gives you confidence in life, because when you start expressing yourself, when you start asking for what you need, asking for what you want, then things start working for you. And then you go, oh, actually, life, I can be more confident in life. I can go forward. So is vocal confidence just public speaking? No, it is not. It is so much more. It is about embodying, recognizing yourself. It's about knowing your patterns. It's about being able to adapt and adjust, having the vocal confidence to step up in situations where you're unsure. So it's, what situations is it? Even if you think, oh, well, I'm a confident person and, I don't need this. That's what I used to think until I realized, actually, I don't have the confidence to ask for help. And there are situations. So what situations are you comfortable speaking up in and expressing yourself? But what situations aren't you? Because confidence is subjective and it's situational. So it might be, for example, you're really confident delivering a talk about something to one group of people, and then you get asked to deliver it to another group of people, and that's a different situation. It changes. It might be a change of location. It might be a change of comfort zone, and suddenly, maybe there's a little less confidence. It might be types of people. So, for example, my vocal confidence challenge, other than asking for help, which was my biggest one, when it comes to people, my confidence challenge would be if it was one-on-one with someone who I thought was superior to me. So an example I often use is there was a woman who is a friend who has been CFO of various international companies. She now sits on boards and she's chair of the board of a bank. And when she asked me to take her through my whole voice process to be able to have a challenging conversation, so she's the chair of the board of the bank, she had to have a challenging conversation with the CEO of the bank. That person, my perception of her, even though she's a friend, I was like, oh, but you're the chair of the board of a bank. Like, oh, that situation made some of my nerves and my stuff and reduced my confidence until, of course, I implemented the tools that I use, that I share, that I teach. So is the situation, are you prepared to be vulnerable? Because this is what lies at the bottom of all vocal confidence. It's having that ability to be able to express yourself, to feel that you have clarity, and that you are willing and prepared, and this is the vulnerable part, this is the big thing, for some people to not like you, for some people to not agree with you, for some people to sometimes say no. And of course, that most vulnerable of all things, the possibility that you might be wrong in that incident. So that's where we come back to the element of knowing when to speak and what to say. And that's all about self-awareness. So what is vocal confidence? It's self-awareness. It's you getting to know you. It's you getting to know these are the situations that actually I'm great in. And these are the kinds of people that I'm happy to talk in front of. Again, I had a people situation just the other week when I was speaking about voice vibration, sound and chakra energy healing to a bunch of doctors, to the West Kent Medical Society. Oh, right? So these are the situations, knowing yourself. So vocal confidence is deep self-awareness. When you learn the skills, you need that to be able to then adjust, and having the vocal confidence to adjust your situation, your emotions, your style to the people in the room. So is vocal confidence just public speaking? No. Does my work help with public speaking and presentation skills? Yes. Is that all it helps with? Actually, no. That public speaking and presentation skills is probably about 5% of the people who come to me for that. Maybe 10. The other 95% come for the confidence to express themselves in other ways, to speak about yourself with confidence. For those who are self-employed, to speak about your business and what you do, to say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and I'm bloody good at it, right? Without the fear of sounding arrogant. That's a massive number of my people are like, oh, but if I speak up, if I say that, if people are cutting across me when I talk in team meetings and I say I haven't finished yet, that's really arrogant. It's like, no, it's not. It's just allowing yourself to take up space in the world. And having vocal confidence allows you to have that life confidence of, I deserve my space here. Having vocal confidence allows you the confidence to know when it's time to take a step back and think, actually, I'm going to allow other people space here. This is the power of the work. So that is what I wanted to share today in my mind session, was a little bit of what it is I do, because I know some people are like, yes, but you just do public speaking and presentations. No. That's this much of what vocal confidence work is. It's the other stuff. It's about coming into the whole of you, your whole voice, your whole self that you can implement in your own life. And yes, Teresa G, own your space, so that and this is why I say, when you liberate your voice, you liberate your life. Because when you free yourself from the fears of where you may or may not speak up, then you free yourself to be able to go for other things in life, to be able to ask for help, to be able to ask for the money, to be able to ask for what meal it is that you want from the waiter without the waiter saying sorry 4 times. Whatever it is in your life, to be able to go for the job of your dreams, to be able to ask that person out on a date, whatever the situation is. This is the work. So that is what vocal confidence is. If that makes sense to you, yippee. I would love to know, what situations are you confident in and what situations challenge you? Let us know in the comments, because you sharing will help other people feel like they're not alone. That is such a common thing that I have when people come on my workshops, or especially on the workshops, because we're in a group, and they go, oh my goodness. Once there was this big Australian guy, and this woman who was on the course said, you know what, if I'd seen him in the workplace, just because he's big and he's Australian, I'd have thought he's automatically confident. And yet he's here on this vocal confidence course, and he's shared some stuff where he feels like people cut across him and don't listen to him. It helped her change her perception. And that's what I love about the workshops, is that those people realize that you're not alone, that actually everyone has a vocal confidence challenge. I think it was Mark Twain who's quoted as saying, there are only two types of speakers in the world, the nervous and liars. It's because even those of us in life, and I am a naturally confident person, even those of us who are naturally confident, we have situations that make our nerves go gulp. And that's why I have the skills, the tools, the techniques that I teach, that I share to help people step up in life so that you can be more vocally confident and life confident. So please do share below, the situations where you are confident and the situations where your confidence dips a bit. And obviously, if you would like any support yourself in boosting your vocal confidence, feel free to get in touch. Drop me a PM, or of course, go and have a look on my website, yourwholevoice.com. I have an online my flagship 2-day vocal confidence workshop happening next Friday and Saturday. And if you're in the States, East Coast especially, it's a good time for you as well. So it's 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the East Coast of the States, which is midday to 7 p.m. here in the UK. Or just drop me a message if you want to have any questions for me at all. I run a proper Mind My Mind session where you can come and ask me questions on the first Monday of every month, and that's completely free. And all the links to that are on my events page on yourwholevoice.com. So for now, thank you so much for those of you who've been here live in various different places. If you're watching this on a replay and have questions, put a question in the box, because your question might be a question that helps someone else too. Have the vocal confidence to ask your question in a message. Okay, I've got to go off and do some more work. Take care. I'll see you next week for more midweek Mind My Mind.